Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm Jean Ketcham, aging but dangerous. So I hope all of you are doing well. This is a beautiful day in Minneapolis, and let's just cherish it. It's going to be a good weekend, and it's been a good week. I hope all of you have had a good week. Anyway, new boot. Is that gorgeous? And it's that's going to go with I have a royal blue fur coat, and this is going to be great with it. If I just had some place to go, I mean, no place to go. So I don't even know why I get this stuff. But anyway, all right. The title of this was Expand Your World. And I just want to tell you what happened to me this week. I told you last week about going to visit my friend in the nursing home or rest care, whatever. I don't know what these places are called. But anyway, I told you about that and how good I'd lost track of her for 20 years. Well, anyway, her daughter, I was very close. She had three daughters, and I was very close to them. And so Lisa, her one daughter, is the one that took me there and set it up. But then I heard from her other daughter, who's in Iowa. Hi, Jenny, if you're watching. And Jenny called me, and she was just so happy that I went to see her mother. And I'm telling you, my heart is just beating because, I mean, Jenny, I mean, I don't know how old she is now, but, because she's got two grown children, but she looks just like she did when she was 13. But anyway, it was so good to hear from her, and we had such a great conversation catching up. And then she told me about her two daughters and her one daughter, who's 24, who's starting her own business. And it is a business that is if you're traveling, it's like she helps you pick out your clothes, she helps you, tells you what places to eat there and what to see. And I don't know, it sounds like a fabulous business, and she's just getting started. But this is really great because I can pass the word on about her daughter. I can help her daughter, get started and do things. But I just wanted to say, that one visit, catching up with my dear, dear friend Nancy, and then reconnecting with her daughter, and then her daughter told me about her daughter. So I just think, it just opens up a whole world for us when we start connecting with people we have not talked to for a long time. I keep saying that, but it's just so important to just reach out and connect with people. I love that, what's happening. I just, because now I have time. I didn't have time before. I was running around to meetings, doing all kinds of stuff, and now I have some time. Anyway, we have a question that was sent in by Michelle from London. Michelle lives over in London, and thank you, Michelle, for this. And her question was, what is the most daring thing you have done in your life? Now, we could say daring, dangerous, whatever, but I think that's a great question, and I'm just going to share with you about mine, and then I want to hear from you about what is the most daring thing that you have done in your life, whether when you were young, now, whenever. Anyway, my daring thing, of course, was jumping out of an airplane. I did my first skydive when I was 60 with my 91-year-old dad. And then I waited 10 years to do it again. And then I did it at 70, and then I just kept going. I did it like every year. And oh my gosh, I just adore skydiving. And skydiving isn't as daring for me as it is for other people, but because I like heights. And you get up there though, and it's 15,000 feet up, and you jump out of that plane, and it's pretty thrilling, but it's also scary. And every time I've done it, it's a little scary, but it's not as bad for me as other people because of the heights. But oh my gosh, do I love it! I love it, love it. And my young daughter, one of my granddaughters, 13, and she wants to skydive with me when she's 18. So I have to stay healthy, and I have to be able to do it with her. Now, if my dad could do it at 91, surely I'll be able to do it okay, I'm 80, 7 years. Okay, surely I'll be able to do it at 87. So anyway, whatever. But I'll tell you another thing I did at 60 that really was very challenging and very daring was that I always wanted to be able to run. I always wanted to, I see these runners out there and I always wanted to be able to run. And every trainer I ever had said, no, no, you can't. You don't have the type of body. You're too short. You're too stocky, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, so I was determined to do that when I was 60. So I hired a trainer and she helped me run a mile. And after I conquered the mile, which took me like 4 months or something to conquer, I have asthma and it was just, I mean, it was hard. And so she said, I want you to go home and I want you to put 5K on your refrigerator. And I said, what does that mean? And she said, that means it's a 3.2 mile. I think that's right. I don't know. And I'm like, I can't do that. And she said, yes, you can. If you can run a mile, you can run 3 miles. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I hired her to run with me, and we're like running and running and going up hills and down hills. And she's telling me jokes and, some dirty jokes. But anyway, whatever. It kept me going, kept my mind off. But oh my gosh, it was so grueling. But I did it. And I'm telling you, I was more proud of that running, that 3K, 5K than I ever was jumping out of an airplane. And it was because I realized and I learned that it's all in the mind. It's not physically whether your body can do it or not. It's mentally, can you do it? I mean, you keep thinking, oh, physically, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't put that, keep putting one foot in front of the other and whatever. But you can physically. It's just mentally, you've got to stay strong. And that was one thing I really learned. Jumping out of an airplane is just like going up and jump, whatever. But I just, the running, the 5K was just really such a feat for me. So both of those things I really hold dear because, yeah, they were daring for me to try, and I really pushed myself. And of course, that's what Aging but Dangerous is all about, is we've got to keep pushing ourselves. We've got to get up off the sofa. We've got to do things. Now that I know we can't get out and do things now, because of this COVID, but still think of things. I'm getting out and I'm walking outside for about 2 miles a day. And I never did that before, but I'm really enjoying it. And it's really making me feel good. And it's not easy, but I just make myself do it. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when winter comes and we get all, 500 feet of snow, but I'll deal with that when it comes. But, just getting out and doing something. Aging but Dangerous really is all about pushing yourself to the, edge, just like getting that whole, mama bird pushing her little bird off the nest, it's like to fly. Just keep pushing. And I think the older we get, the more we have to do that. But, again, we're the only ones that are in control of that. No one else is. So it's back to exactly what I say all the time. We have to do it for ourselves because nobody's going to do it for us. But this is a perfect time. And I hear from all of you about things you're doing that are really great. Just getting yourself, out there and getting yourself, or, getting yourself doing things that, maybe you didn't do before. So anyway, write me and, answer this for me and tell me what is the most daring thing that you have done in your life. And let's get some conversation going here. And if any of you have any other topics you want to talk about, just email me at info@agingbutdangerous.com and tell me what you want to talk about. We have all kinds of things to share, and this is all about sharing. So anyway, my darlings, thank you for tuning in. I love your support. I love you following me. I always think maybe I'm not, I don't know why people would follow me, but you are following me, and that makes me feel good. So anyway, kisses. Have a great, great weekend, and cheers.